Hello, I'm taking a look at the walking simulator known as What Remains of Edith Finch after having beat it before a while ago, but losing the footage I was happy to be able to get some hands on the Xbox One code for this game. This is coming out in a couple days, so let's see if my original thoughts on the game have changed. As always, if you liked the video, maybe subscribe. So here's my review for What Remains of Edith Finch. All hail the Storm King raised a glass to the world's most messed up family tree fort at 23 Mile, and me-DNA testing for the bad luck gen graphics are first. Make no mistake when you are sneaking through a toy box secret tunnel into a spray insulation phone locked room to find out kind of happened to a family. The game actually can look pretty wonderful with an almost surreal story, but quality to it that I think is mimicked both in the main story backbone as well as in some of the visions that expressed on by the abilities of House. What's about when you start moving, a lot of that can fall apart, especially on the console. Now likely this does not really hold true to the PC versions, which seems to run fairly well, but on the consoles it's locked to 13 frames per second. When I say locked, I'm actually lying because it's not all a device below on the PS4 and on the Xbox One, with some stuttering in many locations. Now while the game uses motion blur to try to hide a lot of this fact, it is actually noticeable. Does it detracts? Yes, for absolute sure. Does it makes it unplayable? No, not at all. This, and even on the PC, especially when the game tries to get out of its comfort zone with any kind of really fast movement or higher tempo sense. If you look around, low detail textures can really start to pop up and distract from the overall look. I would say this I like Edith. I think that it can be beautiful and moody and emotional in its delivery of the game's worlds, but other times it looks a bit raw sound, music and voice, including the voice calico and insist on advising. And when it comes to audio category, sounds, as you guys know, is always up first, and this is actually excellent. The sound in Edith Finch is occasionally, I think, a highlight without spoiling various locations or user storylines. I can say the game spreads its wings very quickly when it comes to expectation and delivering them very good sound music. Actually, I like the voice choice of music. I think is important in partisans, a connection between the visual activity and location and the rest of the senses. And I have to say, I really dug Edith, especially when you look at the duality of what you actually experiencing versus maybe what's actually going on in the real world. And I love the fact the game has a real technique for dropping ear the music entirely, which can reset your ear from that numbness that many of you got when a game's big orchestra soundtrack thinks that this baby rattles the coolest things ever in fragging corner needs to be wilding it in. It also has no problem interjecting different pieces bright, but having includes the sort of lockup and introduce location of actions as important or emotional. Now I'm not gonna lie, this is melancholy as hell and sounds like something that someone missing the Steve Jones word pills might write, but come on, this is basically a game about a family with such bad luck. If they were chose and broke their leg, folks would congratulate them. Boys, this is actually really good, especially with the main characters constantly hinting at the darker things that lurked in the past of the family, to the various voices that exist in the past to tell us of those who have some comment almost assuredly died horribly before. However, and this is a big however, there is a particular scene where you are reading a comic book. Now anybody who is played this knows what I am talking about. The narrative main character is fine, but my god, the recording audio for the two people involved is terrible. It's bad enough that you can actually hear the mixing errors in an odd tonal resonance of where at least one of them recorded it differently than the other additionally. Thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel and press like button on this video. Goodbye.